What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, another live stream. It's Everton against Wolves at Molineux. Going to be a tough game, this tough game. John's got his mic turned off, but he can't remember that he's muted it, stupid twat. How are we all? Obviously, I'm not expecting for a Sunday game, on a game that probably doesn't mean a lot to Everton, I'm not expecting millions and millions of people watching this. But guys, if we can get somewhere around the 150 at any point, let us know. We'll really be over the moon. We got 5,500 watchers with us for the game against Tottenham. And I think Mark Goldbridge will have real concerns about me and John coming for him, taking him out, beating him, filling him in, and making this the best watch along on the internet. John's all right. John, how you doing, mate?
I'm cool, mate. Are you okay?
Beautiful, mate. We're absolutely beautiful. We're just getting set for the game. What's your thoughts on the lineup, John?
Well, you rang me before on your way home asking me what the team was, and I'm hoping you can make heads or tail of it, because I still can't, to be fair. He's got 2 left-backs on the pitch, 2 right-backs on the bench. He's stuck with Tom Davies instead of giving Benigamy or Adrian a go, you know. I'm not surprised Gomez is nowhere near the team. As you said the other night, Michael, I don't think his omission is just down to form today. I think there's probably something else going on. I don't know whether it's personal. I don't know whether it's within the club. I don't know. He hasn't been playing the best. To be totally omitted from the squad today, I think there's more to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, equally, I agree, John. I agree. And I want to get straight into the comments today. So, Saints FC Vlogs. As said before on the Southampton game, guys, he's a good lad. Go and give him a subscribe. Really appreciate it. It's the first comment there. Come on, you Blues, James Tugman. Good to hear, mate. Morning, Mike and John. And Pops Rob, weird team. Yeah, unfortunately, I just haven't been able to see Dad. I just haven't had a chance to see Dad to get him in the stream, unfortunately. So, he's not. He definitely will be in Thursdays, I promise. Hello, Saints. All good, you? Hello, James. Is that from you, John?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Come on, you Blues.
Yeah. I was commenting to a few people on messages while you were setting up, just so they didn't think.
I hope you pressed the subscribe button. Shouldn't be up this early telling me. Look, I'm excited though. I like the fact that he might be. I don't quite know how he's playing Luca Dean and Baines, but I'm really forward to seeing both of them. Jesus Christ! Everton FC is the best, mate. Absolutely. Bloody hell, thank you ever so much for the super chat already. Bloody hell, £5. Thank you ever so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Bruno Fernandes, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hi, John. What's your score predictions today? And should Moise Keane have started?
Right, well, before I start, as you know, there is something different about me. I am wearing glasses. I've had to wear glasses for 3 years now, but I don't like wearing them in public or when people can see me. But I'm struggling to read things now. So if anyone wants to laugh at me, just keep the laughs to yourself, because it will stop me wearing them.
John, just turn your phone down a bit. I can't see your mouth.
Your missus can.
That's it. No. You're still too high. Drop the tripod a bit, John. Everyone's looking at your hands.
What about?
Darren S. Yeah, I'm
Daddy.
good. Won't be able to watch the watch along as watching the game on my phone. Absolutely understand that. But cheers for popping in and maybe coming at half time. Hazrat, really appreciate it. Abigail, I worry about Walcott defending on the right side. As a wing back, I would have put Sidibe regardless of his positioning. I suppose Holgate would be there if fit. Probably. I actually think this is a game you might have seen Mason Holgate playing in midfield. Philip Mason, good morning, Blues. Good morning. We've a good record at Molineux. I hope you enjoyed the preview. Let me know if you like the preview in the comments. Might pop down to see the lads.
Can I just with Bruno Fernandes, the answer, the score prediction? I predict 2-0 Bruno, and for me, Lewin should be on the bench and Moise Keane should be starting up front.
Agreed. Wayne Harrison, how was your weekend? Mine's been a bit busy. Obviously, as you know, I've lost my job, so I've just been sort of job hunting and reaching out to people to see if they've got any opportunities. So that's sort of been my weekend. John, how about you, mate?
Lazy day yesterday. Watched a bit of the football. This morning I was out early, as you will see on our new vlog that we've put together today.
Yeah, the match day vlog, guys. Make sure you watch it. And obviously, we had 5,500 people watch the watch along for the Everton game last week, up on Thursday. But we only had 600 people watch the vlog. I please implore you to watch that vlog because it is hilarious.
Neil Lucas says the glasses suit you, John. To be honest, you know what I look there, Neil. A lot of people say that. I just don't think I do, but I suppose they'll grow on me. Hugo Bogson, just an update on Andy Laurie. We mentioned the other night he'd been took into hospital. We gave him a shout out. He's out of hospital and recovering well. Fantastic news. So thanks very much.
Great news.
Update. Give him our love. Jeff Thompson, nice to see you back again, mate. So we've decided the best way to win a game is to confuse the opposition. I don't think it's just the opposition that's confused, Jeff. I think we are as well.
To be fair, I watched Ancelotti talking to the Sky guy. I can't remember his name. And I don't even think Ancelotti knows.
I know. James Ditch, hello mate, nice to see you back. Hi boys, just seeing John's rant. Carlo must have tried it out and it's raining. Well, hopefully, where are we? Wayne Harrison says, chin up Michael, you should go down the comedian route. Funny man, really talented, great personality, you'll find something soon. He will. The only stage Michael should be on is a landing stage, Wayne. And Ryan James predicts 2-2, Gordon and Richarlison to get Everton's goals.
Maybe.
By the way, folks, don't forget the merch button. You can get one of these cups. You can get one of these T-shirts on there and many, many other things. There's a few people who are on the live stream now have already purchased stuff and they're really happy with it. Look, it helps the channel out if you buy stuff. It goes straight back into the channel's coffers to get better equipment, to make it look better, and that's where we're aspiring to be, to make everything better for you people. Thanks very much for joining us again. We're up to 53 now before the game's kicked off. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it did make me laugh. It did make me laugh in the vlog where John goes, I'm going to have a butty. I'm going to have a nice ham butty. And then he ends up with roast beef and jalapenos. Absolutely brilliant. John, I want to see your parrot, mate.
Right, I'll have to lift the whole tripod up. Here we go. Bergie? Hello. You going to dance for everyone? Do you want to dance with me? Come on, let's go. Dance. 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 You going to dance? Dance with me. Come on. Dance. No, he's. I think he's scared of the tripod, to be honest. I should have took the phone out the holder. We will try at some point if the game's a bit boring, so I think you will see the parrot again. If not, we'll try it after.
Just take him out, John.
No, because he bites me when he doesn't want to come out. And
Tom Marshall. Jesus Christ, mate. Honestly, God, I should just do this for a full-time job. Tom, thank you ever so much, mate. $2.50 in the super chat. Really appreciate that, mate. Really, really appreciate it.
Chris Coleman, 3 at the back today. Do you think this formation will be used going forward? I think they're going to be interchanging, to be fair, when Wolves are on the attack. And to be honest with you, I do expect Wolves to attack a lot in this game, especially with the central midfield. I think they're going to get torn a new one today. I said this in my match preview. We can get at their defence, but we do have to utilise Richarlison and Gordon and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We have got to get in behind them because, to be honest with you, I can't see Wolves scoring more than one.
This could be. It's going to be. There's no doubt about this, in my opinion. It's going to be an incredibly difficult game. an incredibly difficult game. Wolves are going to obviously apply pressure pretty much all over the park. They're a good team, they're strong, they're solid. John, I'm just going to make myself a quick cup of tea, mate, so I'm going to mute my audio and you crack on, mate, alright?
Yeah, I will do. So, Sonny Norfolk says, hello everyone, score prediction for today. I am predicting 2-0 for Wolves. Nathan Greener says 2-0 also to Wolves. He says the Pirates cool. It's only 8, Nathan, so to be honest with you, mate, no, it's not. What is it? I think it's 10 and a half, I think it is. So it's probably going to outlive me, to be fair. So it'll be passed down to the kids. We've got an Australian in. Good eye, Matthias. Come on, you Blues. Good. Thanks very much for joining us, mate, all the way over there. I'm not sure what time it is there at the minute, but I know it's a lot different to here. Everton Views. I'm in, guys. Just signed to YouTube with the new username for this, at Everton Views on Twitter. If anyone is interested, go over to Twitter if you're on Twitter and type that in and give this lad some support. Baked Toffee is back again. Afternoon, lads. He predicts 1-0 either way. I can see there being more than one goal in this game, to be fair, mate. Right, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button that you can see on the layout. Tell your friends, tell your family to come over. We are growing the channel. The channel's growing at a massive, massive rate now. I think we hit 5,000 this week. I think since then we've got another 36, 37 subs, which the games are coming thick and fast. So it's hard to get as many videos out as we need to. And, you know, a lot of people are not watching the previews like they normally do because there's football on when they go out. And it is hard, but the support we've had off you has been absolutely fantastic. The channel's flying. It's going the right way. And as I keep saying, it is down to you guys. So thanks very much for that. I'll go back to the comments. Where are we? James Wright, I lost today. I can't see anything better than a 4-0 defeat. Do you know what? A lot of pack their suitcases for the holidays. I think they realise nothing to play for now. I'm hoping people listen, these players will get paid whatever they do. So I think a lot of them know they're not going to be there come the beginning of next season. So they are just playing it out now, in my opinion. Brian Carey says, can you warn people not to put out false scores? It's so annoying. It is. Anyone who puts a false score out more than once will be blocked off the channel, because obviously you're not a blue if you're doing stuff like that, and it is frustrating. And obviously me and Michael are a bit behind because we're doing the video, and you know, so please don't do rubbish like that. What's everyone drinking? Gary Northhead is drinking John Smith's. I'm having tea again, to be honest with you, Gary. It's a bit early for me since I haven't been drinking as much. Isn't right? Dina's on the right. I don't know how he's playing at Baker. I think, as I said, I don't Ancelotti knows to be there. I think we'll soon see the line up. Coffee Top is back again. Morning, lads. Trainer says, wait when the kick-off. I don't know whether that's let's see what formation or when is the kick-off. It's midday, mate. Jeff Thompson, John didn't want to say anything there, but you are carrying this channel, lad. I think he's back, to be fair, Jeff. And to be honest, I did wait till he was back to read that because I knew he had to come back. Jonathan McCullough, audio. Can everyone let us know how the audio sounds?
It's probably because I haven't spoke, John, and they're all missing me. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously when you talk so much shit, most people don't want to listen to you.
Yeah. Good job from me to do the comments because you're not asked. Trainer says, you're both looking fresh, lads. That's because I wasn't drinking last night. I don't think Michael was as well. He was away in his aunties all weekend. He flew back into Birmingham this morning.
He says that when we go anywhere lower than where I live, that we're going to Spain. So even if we're in like Gloucester or Bristol, we're in Spain, according to John.
Oh, no, I think we were.
Mumbai, you've been as well.
I've been to Mumbai. That was when I went to the Isle of Wight.
Jeff Thompson says, God only
Fresh
knows.
trim. I'm glad you've noticed it, guys. John, you know, John doesn't really make an effort for these things, but I've gone really. I mean, John's gone all Jeremy Kyle, but me, I've gone all fresh trimmed up, ready for you. Do you know what I mean? It's because the missus made me.
long as they've still got the jawline that the women watch for, that'll do.
Well, you
me.
won't have now. You're back in the car, mate.
I know that's true. Audio was sweet here in Brisbane. John Cross is watching all the way from Oz. Welcome to it, mate. Thanks very much for joining us. And I'm going to leave it here because Michael's back. He can have a go. James Wright says, just seeing Tom can't keep hold of the ball. Davis, I think we will lose 6-0 in the right mind. Who picks him? Well, Ancelotti and that. I think he's the only manager who would. I don't know why. I don't know why he's not giving the kids a go. I'm telling you something now. These kids can't get in before Tom Davis. Then they must be really, really poor. That's all I can say.
We got. I think this is our minute silence for Jack Charlton.
So we are gonna give it a minute, folks, till the game kicks off.
Truly great player, Jack Charlton. Obviously spent his career at Leeds. Will obviously sadly be missed. Had a good innings. Fair to him. 85 years old. I mean, I'll be long gone before I'm 85. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're about to kick off. You guys are probably in front of us, but I've got it that we're about to kick off. So let's see how we do. Hi, Dad. I don't know who the ref is today. I haven't checked. Oh, we're on our knees again now. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go up a bit because Michael's missed some out there. The squad, of course, says Abigail. She feels sorry for Ancelotti. I think he's done what he can with this squad now. I think he's realised he can't get any more out of these average players that the squad is full of. Fake Toffee says, have faith, lads. Do you know what? It's hard to, mate, with the last couple of performances. Daniel Sanchez says, would you guys show the game through here? Unfortunately, Daniel, we can't because obviously it's image rights and whatever you call it, so we're unable to show it through here.
But
hello, Rob.
If you're looking for a stream for the game, there's usually one on He's Score. Just Google He's Score and you should find one, mate.
James Ditch says he can hear my voice twice when I'm speaking. This happened the other night. Is there any way around that, Michael?
I think it's sorted now, mate.
Alright, okay, Sam. Cheers. Andy Mann says, afternoon, boys. Love the blog.
Oh.
Thanks, Andy. There is another one that's been done today, mate, to be fair. And in my opinion, this one's funnier. You meet me auntie on this one. It's really, really good. What minute are you on, Michael?
110.
I need to find some.
Is everyone hearing John twice?
I'm not speaking at the minute. I am now. So if you are hearing me twice, can you let us know and we will look into it.
It's interesting how Everton have settled because they've basically done it to keep 11 men behind the ball.
Well, I think you've got to do that.
Yeah, I'm not complaining because what he's done then is he's put Baines and Luca Dean because he wants to get down the right-hand side of Wolves. And as a result, if that's the side that Adama Traore comes on for, you've got probably our two best fullbacks on one side of the pitch. Early in there, I don't know who it was. I don't know what his name is, pronounced or something. Looks like he just gets down the side of Michael Keane. Obviously, he was a bit slow. Put Pickford strong, and he didn't have enough to score anyway.
I'm on 240, Michael.
Everyone can hear you twice, John. Oof! Shot in by Walcott. Right, how am I going to fix this?
Do you reckon I should try headphones?
No. I'm going to have to Google the problem.
Right, so I'm sorry you can hear me twice, folks, but at the end of the day, it probably makes me sound better. Phil Cornwall says he can hear me twice unless it's the parrot. No, the parrot doesn't really speak when someone's in the living room. It's when you go out the living room, Phil, it doesn't shut up. It does the doorbell, it does the microwave, you think there's a knock at the door. It's an absolute nightmare sometimes. It's funny at first, to be fair. Trainer says, what a ball from Theo, by the way. It was a great ball. Listen, I don't mind Theo Walcott. Obviously, we do need better than him, but I tell you, he's by far not the worst player that we have in the squad. Everton views the streamers behind the game. If we score, can we comment? To be fair, Everton, yeah, because I mean, it's hard to try and tell.
We know what's coming then.
Rob Fulton says he's a minute ahead of us. James Lebeck, John, does it make sense once? Nice one, James. Thanks very much for that. You're okay, Michael. It's just John.
Because he's calling from Skype, but we don't usually have this problem, do we?
No, it's the first time it's being mentioned, to be fair. But it is what it is. Can't fix it then. It's unfortunately, I think there's only 3 games to go after today, so in the summer break, I'm sure we can sort it out. Theo Walcott with the ball on the right back position. Throw into Wolves. Wolves have definitely started on the right the front foot here, obviously, apart from the ball that Walcott played in round the back. I think that's the way we've got to go, to be fair. Them balls round the back. Wolves have definitely started the team on the front foot, which, to be honest, they expect. Rob Davis, assuming that's Michael's dad. Where is it? Do you think Theo is playing for his future? To be honest, Rob, I think they're all playing for the future apart from 2 or 3 of them. I think they all know that as well. I think Ancelotti has probably made his mind up already who goes and who stays. Rob, John, are you using the comments on your iPad? I am, Rob, yeah. Got the iPad in my hand here. Usually it says the match is also on Sky 1. Damien Haig, I think you've just fixed it, John. That was probably because it wasn't speaking, Damien. Can you let us know now? Is it still the same or is that better? John, turn your phone off and on, see if that's sorted. Someone's just put there's a goal for Wolves. I don't know how true that is. Damien Haig, I think you've just fixed it, John. That would be the first one. Damien. Can you let us know now? Is it still the same or is that better?
See, I can only hear you once when I listen on air.
Might be fixed now then. Rob Don says it's down now. Thanks very much, Rob. Yeah, looks like it's sorted, Michael. Okay, now Phil says it's fine, mate. No echo. Thanks, everyone.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone, for letting.
Yeah, Wolves did get in there. Wolves did get in there. We're up to 80 watchers. Now, look, I'm not expecting us to get up to 250. I'm really not. But if we can hit over, if we can hit over the 100 mark consistently, I'll be over the moon, guys. I really will.
Right, well, apparently it wasn't any goals, but the person who did comment it was a goal won't be doing it anymore, folks.
I tell you what, I'm hungry.
There's a surprise.
There's just no need for that, John.
Right, I think I'm about 20 seconds behind. John sounds like he's on the moon. There's a lot of people on here hoping I was on the moon, to be fair.
I wish he was on the moon.
I know there's only like, what, 8 minutes in there? Nearly 8 minutes, but you can see already that we are void of ideas, aren't we? You know what I mean? It's just, there's nothing there. Play some. That's terrible, that World Cup. What do you think he is, a greyhound? You know. 0-0 after 8 minutes. 0-0 after 8 minutes. Long delay. Yeah, listen. I'm always behind because I watch it on legally, let's just say. So I always will be a bit behind, to be fair, folks. But by all means, if we score earlier than what I've seen it, then throw it on here so I can expect the goal.
Yeah, Wolves just getting down the right then. Obviously, you guys are in front, so you've seen it. But that's one of the. If you look at this Everton team, the way they're set up, they are playing very much everyone behind the ball, and they're going to utilise. That's why Theo's on the pitch, in my opinion, to utilise his pace down that wing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the pitch to utilise his pace. Richarlison over there, slightly over towards the left to utilise his pace.
Abigail Bartlett against the echo keep coming and going, but that's down to Skype. As I say, we don't know how to fix that. If you can fix it, we don't know. Maybe you can't fix that. It started again, John. As I say, Abigail, there's nothing we can do about that. Sorry, James. So we're up to 94 watches now. Let's try that Sky one. So let us all know what you're drinking, folks. Is it too early for a beer, or is everyone started early? Let us know what you're drinking. I'm actually on the cups of tea today. I don't know what Michael's drinking.
John, try and put some earphones in. Yeah, it's Walcott, you see. This is what Everton needs to use. They need to try and utilise the pace of Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Walcott. My issue is, I'd have started Moise Kean. 95 people watching. Yeah, I'd have started Moise Kean over Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think the last 6 games, I think he's been pretty poor, to be honest. Yeah, I'm drinking a cup of tea in one of our mugs. They are. One of our mugs. I've got a slightly different one. I've got the Everton badge on the back. How's he still got the ball there? Fucking hell.
You'll have to bear with me a minute, folks. I've got to take this phone case off, put these headphones on.
Yeah, I just think, let's go through some of the comments. So, Everton views 0-0 at 8 minutes, yeah. James Lebec, long delay, echo. It's probably just Skype. Who will win, guys? Echo comes and goes, Skype. Who will win? Look, in my heart of heart, I'd obviously say Everton, but in my head, I think Wolves might win. Can you let me know how that sounds? Folks? You sound much clearer to me. 96 watchers. Got a can of Amstel. Good choice. Quite like that. Jim Bean, Black and Coke. Fucking hell, Andy Mans. Go for it, mate. Coffee. Morning curry and tea. Lovely. 19 crimes. Lovely. Tea. On the hard stuff. Recovering from last night. Damien, was you out, mate? Coffee is what I'm drinking. Good lad, Dad. Good lad. Keep it calm. You got your bottle of wine for later, no doubt. Phil Cornwall. Bottle of water. Oh, mate. Mate. Much fitter than me. Matthias 4. Agree, Moise Keys over Dom. Yeah, look. I don't see any harm in starting Moise Keane in this game when we know there's going to be a lot of pressure on us. We need people who can keep the ball and actually do a little bit with it. And I just think Moise Keane is more skillful than Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Trying to play balls out from the back, dangerous. Decent ball from Tom Davies there, but gets nowhere. Clear, but still got an echo. Is it literally just an echo every... I don't know how to fix it.
Right, well, I haven't been speaking much now, so I'll go through a few of the comments and you can let me know after it. John Cross says he's getting stuck into the wine, but he's 9 hours ahead of us. It'd be nice to know where you are, John. I don't know where 9 hours is in this world ahead, so let us know where you're watching us from. Everton views think we'll wear the new shirt for the Bournemouth game. I don't know. I haven't heard whether we're going to be wearing it before the end of the season or not, to be honest with you.
I'm sure we're seeing out the season in this shirt.
Stephen Evans says, can you share the link, please? Apparently, there's a link. It'll be on his goal, but it's also, if you have Pick or Sky One on your normal telly, Phil, it's on the... where are we, Stephen? You will find it there. Phil Mason, what you do with Tom, keep or get rid. Get rid. Rob Davis, no, not bought any wine.
Do you know what? Mina does well there. Uses his strength really well. Holds off the centre forward for Wolves.
Where are we? Moise Keane should start the next 4 games. Totally agree, Marty. To be fair, he should be starting. Dominic Calvert-Lewin hasn't really pulled up any trees since he's come back. Andy Mann says, Dominic Calvert-Lewin not looking too confident, or is it just me? Doesn't he? Looks a bit short on confidence, Andy. I'm a little bit muffled. Mike's very clear. I haven't got a clue, to be fair. James Ditch says, we always wear the new kit for the last home game. Yeah, it's possible that, James, to be fair. They have done it in the past, but I don't think it's been out this early for a long, long time. So I think if they were going to wear it, they may have done by now. Anthony Gordon with the ball on the right here. I'm made up to see Anthony Gordon starting again and getting another game. This will do wonders for his confidence, getting this couple of run of games and staying in the team. He's playing. He's got his place in these last couple of games on merit, in my opinion. But there is a lot of players who are playing who aren't justifying their place on merit. But listen, Carlo's hands are tied, in my opinion, at the minute. So what else can he do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got it. Look, I think it's difficult for us. I think it's difficult for us at the minute because I think as a fan base, and actually I watched this on Toffee TV. I don't often watch Toffee TV, and I watched a very short snippet of Baz, basically saying we need to be. Oh, great turn that by Gordon. We need to be, we need to be utilising. We need to be serious about what we're doing, and I completely agree with his comment. Completely agree.
I should have went to Walcott there, Gordon.
John,
it's a good ball in.
John's
it's a good ball
phone.
in. I'm on the Skype call on my phone. I've got the comments on the iPad. Go on, hit it.
What minute you on, John?
I am behind you, but 16.
Yeah, playing some nice football at the minute. Up to 85 views, guys. If we can get that to like 100, I'd be over the moon. I appreciate Sunday games. It's difficult to get the people in, but look, we got 5,500 against Saints. If we can get, if we could get a couple of thousand there, I'd be over the moon, guys. I really would.
Shut that window, Michael. Someone's cutting their grass. Times he picked to cut the grass when I'm busy doing this. Unbelievable. Back to the comments. Let's have a look. Dominic Calvert-Lewin can't do anything if there's no service. I did say that the other night, Gary. He was dropping into the opposition's half, looking for the ball, to be fair, but I think I remember out the last couple of games. I know he's only had 2 or 3 chances. I think 2 of them he should be putting in, to be fair. Stephen Evans says, if we can move forward with our current manager, who can... If we can move forward with our current manager, who can we move forwards with as God is a little busy right now? To be honest, we've got the best manager, in my opinion, that we've had since the Howard Kendall days. We've got the best manager that we've had since the Premier League started at the club. He needs time, he needs money. He's being dealt a bad hand with this squad of players that he's coming to. And I did say the other night, State, I think this is probably the worst squad of players he's ever had to work in his managerial career. So hopefully we'll get his own players in and, you know, that he will improve the team. Where are we? James Ditch says he's got 95 views at the minute. That's great, that. 95 views, and we are 19 minutes in. Absolutely fantastic, folks. Thanks very much for your continued support. You know, these watch-alongs and the views we're getting have blown me and Michael away.
Yeah, they have. Honestly, I can't believe how well they've gone. And look, I am seriously tempted, if we can, and it's very difficult to do watch-alongs for the away games next season.
I tell you now, that incident there where the Wolves have just got a free kick, it's a good job that player did slip over. Whether he would have let the play carry on because he was free if he didn't slip. He was clean through.
He was. We were in trouble there.
Mark Anderson says, lads, Davis should go. Premiership, too much for him, panicking too much on the ball. To be honest, Mark, I don't think Tom Davis is a Premiership player. To be honest, I think he's an upper-tier Championship player, in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. And I see people saying, you know, put him out on loan. I don't think a loan would improve Tom Davis. I think what you see with Tom Davis now is what you get. That's it now.
Although
he's had long enough, in my opinion.
I'd say he's had a better start to this game than Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Yeah, it's just won us a foul there. He put his body between the ball and the Wolves player, got us a foul. Then Donker sort of pulled him down there. Let's see how he goes, Let's see how he goes. That's all I can say about Tom Davis. Where are we? Rob Don says the little bit of intelligence from Gordon is good to see. Listen, Anthony Gordon's got an old head on young shoulders, in my opinion. He's good with the ball. You know.
Sake.
See, that's shocking by Theo Walcott. That, I mean, it took him 3 goals to try and get the ball under control there. It went up in the air off his foot, and now Wolves have got the ball. You know, I like Bernard. I think Bernard should be on the pitch here. I think Bernard would give us a lot more than what the likes of Theo Walcott are, to be honest. Where are we? Alan Millier says, all right, lads, listening all the way over from Adelaide. Thanks very much for joining us, Alan. That's absolutely fantastic. Jason Gleaves, hi, guys. You're doing a fantastic job here. Keep it up. Thanks very much, Jason. We do enjoy these watch-alongs. And as I say, the views and the numbers that we're getting and the comments, absolutely fantastic. Where are we? Walcott going forward. Sound, working back, not good enough. And you see, that's the difference for me between Walcott and Bernard, Ryan. At least Bernard does track back and does come back. Yeah, he won't be the best tackler, but neither is Walcott. Just think Bernard gives us more coming back, to be fair. So don't forget the merch store as well, guys. On the link there, you can see a little merch button that you can click on. I don't know if Michael's putting a discount code on for today. I know there was one the other night. So if anyone is interested in the merch, there's hoodies, there's new stuff coming out this week, I think. T-shirts, meet Michael wear, there's phone cases, there's key rings coming out, there's mugs. If anyone's interested, hit the merch button and Michael probably will put a discount
definitely.
Code on.
Just let me know, guys. I don't bother doing it if you don't tell me. Drinks break. I think, look, I think as of the game so far, it sounds a bit silly, but I think Ancelotti will be fairly happy with it. We've let Wolves in very little. They've not really been able to break us down. They had one opportunity, nothing major. Luca Dean's giving him some feedback. Look, I think if we can be honest, open and straightforward, we know this is a tough game, and if Everton get a point out of this, absolutely great result.
I think, to be honest, Ancelotti's game plan in the first 22, 23 minutes is what he's come for. You know, the players have took how he wants us to play on board, and the game plan is working. I know we're only halfway through the first half, but Wolves are normally more on the front foot than what they are. And they do attack teams in waves. And to be fair, it looks like the game plan that Ancelotti's set up with is actually working quite well at the minute.
Yeah.
Eugene McGeever, is it a drinks break now in the Wolves and Everton match? It is, mate. They normally do it around 22, 23 minutes, halfway through the first half, and I think they do it halfway through the second half. Did see something the other day. I want to know what your comments are about this. They're thinking of keeping the 5 substitution rule for next season as well. That will massively, massively work in the top team's hands. That the likes of Man City could make 5 changes yesterday, and every one of their substitutes are world class. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it'll be good for the lesser teams, but apparently they are sticking to that 5 substitution rule next season. Matthias is sending. Are you sending for merch overseas to Australia? Matthias, Michael will answer that question. Michael's gone. I will ask him when he comes back, even though he didn't let me know he was going. I will ask him when he comes back. Just give me a reminder if I forget. John Edwards says, a load of rubbish this drinks break. It is, to be fair. I seen a match last week. It was absolutely bucketing down with rain, and they had a drinks break. Oh, that is a great tackle there. Absolutely fantastic tackle by Luca Dean there. Just slid in. Dangerous tackle where he made the tackle, to be fair. It was a great ball played in behind our defence there, but Luca Dean with a great slide and challenge, and Pickford smothers the ball. Brands needs to pull his finger out of his arse and start earning his wages in the summer. This midfield is not good enough going forwards. What's your thoughts about this, lads? Well, Mark, I think we all know Brands hasn't really pulled up any trees since he's been there. He's got 12 months left on his contract now. If he doesn't have a good summer window and gets a couple of quality players in, and also a decent January transfer window, I think it's very highly unlikely that his contract will get renewed. What I will say, I don't think he's going to have as much input in the transfers as what he has been used to. I think Ancelotti will tell him who he wants. What's happening?
You'll see now. Guys, just a quick one. Can you still hear John? And is John's audio better now I've got headphones in? And if that is better, we need to go and thank Cameron from the Mighty Blues, because it was his suggestion that I whacked earphones in, because apparently you might be picking up the audio through the laptop mic and the webcam mic.
So let us know, folks. Michael, I've got a question for you. Matthias is in Australia. Are we sending merch overseas to that part of the world?
I think we can. I just need to double check on the postage. So let me just double check on the postage. If you've got Twitter or Instagram or even Hotmail is the Blue Boys Network at outlook.com. Send me an email and I'll try and sort it out for you. Yeah, so the audio, yes, I can hear you, John. Sounds better. Right, there you go, John. We fixed it. So it's my mic. It was my fault. You were doubling up on my stuff. So, guys, I apologise for that, and I'll make sure that the next time I see John, he gives me a lovely slap button.
Again.
I'm on 27,
Michael.
10.
I'm on 26:40.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
miles behind.
and I'm about a minute behind everyone else. So anyway, guys, I've got a sandwich in there. Do you think I should tuck into it? Do you think you'd mind? Oh dear. I'll do it at half time. You can probably hear me gulping my drinks now, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Wolves got a corner. Let us know what's going on. Those glasses really fit John. Puts about 20 years on him. I agree. It's the way he's wearing them. If he just wore them normal, he'd look absolutely fine. But the fact he stuck them on top of his head, he looks like a 70-year-old woman I used to know.
Yeah, yes, because they're for reading. So if I put them on, I can't see the telly from where I'm sitting.
Oh God, you need to get yourself back down to Poundland and get a different pair.
So when I watch the telly from where I'm sitting, it's clear, but I can't see the reading. The writing.
Really? Right.
Yeah, I'm on 26, 27.50 now, Michael.
16. Richarlison. He's Brazilian.
Right. Back to the comments. Here we go. Matthias says, cheese for that, Mike, sorting that out about you if you can send it over to the other side of the world. Pop Children says, not looking forward to this. We were horrible for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, we've come into it a bit now, Pops, to be fair.
It's a good little ball round the corner, that front. Do you know what? Yet again, Gordon playing. Every time he's got the ball, I don't think he's done anything wrong with it today. Nothing at all. Yeah, Mina's down. Mina's down. We could have an issue. If he's got to go off, who have we got? A centre-back? Braithwaite? Bring him on. Let's see the lad.
Is he another one who's shying away from finishing the season off like Gomez?
He's Colombian. He does the finest.
Steak and onion.
And I think he's got a bunion on his left toe.
Oh. Gary North says, take Tom Davis off. He's totally the height. He is. He's absolutely piss poor, isn't he, Gary?
Yeah, that's it.
Terry, welcome back, Nico. There, Tom Davis is wearing lead boots. I'll tell you what, if he betted on a skateboard going around this pitch, Tom Davis, he'd probably have a good game. He's probably got...
You know, without sounding, funny, but Tom Davis on 4 wheels is probably better than Tom Davis on two legs.
Ritten Ray, get rid of Tom Davis.
Yeah,
you echo
he
my...
shouted it, John. You need to shout that comment.
Ritman Ray, get rid of Davis! Totally agree with you there, mate. Said it for ages. He's not good enough. He'll never be a Premiership player as long as he's got a hole in his heart.
Seamus Coleman coming on at centre-back. Great to see.
What is going on here? What are you doing, Carlo?
2 left backs, 1 right back. 1 centre-back and a winger playing in the defence. Brilliant. I'm really...
James Wright, Toffee TV talk about Tom Davis like he's their love child. Do you know what would be interesting there?
Get us on Toffee TV.
James.
I'll tell you what, guys. Everyone spam Toffee TV's comments and say, get the Blue Boys Network on the show. Because I really, really, really would love to have a discussion with those two about Everton. I really would.
Well, you'd be going on your own. Right. He says Tom Davis is their love child. I think what you've got with Toffee TV, listen, I'm not going to sit here and slag them off. What I will say is they're very, very close to the club, and I think they are careful what they say. Too careful, in my opinion. I think they should just say it like it is, how me and Michael do, to be fair. But obviously they won't. They had the top before the first team had, I think, the new top. So
I also want to congratulate, just while we're here, I want to congratulate the Toffee Blues. They hit 5,000 subscribers. To be brutally honest, I actually think they'll overtake us in the next week. So
what? If you guys tell your friends, your family to subscribe to the Blue Boys Network, I'm sure they won't. So come on, help us to stop that happening.
John, just remember, when we're talking about Premier League games and stuff next season, the exposure will be bigger. So, look, everyone here will know that we are going to be absolutely gigantic by the end of next summer. And I don't mean in weight. You'll be gigantic, I'll be thin.
Hey, vice versa. It's like looking in the mirror. Terry Nixon, welcome back, Nico. League 2 for Davis. Mate, Michael Davis probably wouldn't get in Marine or Bootle FC's side.
I'll tell you what, I'd have a go. I'll tell you what, if you know anyone that if they have a pre-season game this season and they fancy having a player, get them to hook me up. We'll even record it for the channel. What
for the comedy section?
What I want to do, and again, this is, you know, I've spoken to a few Everton creators about having a Everton versus Liverpool friendly, you know, like a 7-a-side game or a 5-a-side game at goals, or even if Everton would let us do, like, you know, let us do it for charity in one of the stadiums, you know, I'd love to do it. Content creators, the people who have got, you know, a different audience to the football club, the guys who tune into YouTube, you know, at 7:30 at night or bloody 2 o'clock in the morning from Adelaide or whatever, just to watch us lot. I would love us to have a football match and get together and do something for the community. But when you try and speak to people like Toffee TV, they just ignore you. They just ignore you about it. I've spoken to Everton before about it, and I appreciate Toffee TV are busy, but, you know, Redmen TV, when I spoke to Liverpool about it, they just ignored it as well. And I think it would be good for the community if we had a bit of a laugh and we all come together, because during this lockdown, and we had one of the comments in our preview, during the lockdown, you know, we had to, there was a lot of pressure put on fan channels and content creators to make content that stopped people being bored. And I tried to really take the onus on it. I really tried to push the editing. I tried to get me and John doing different things, and John coming in with his ideas was really important. I don't necessarily feel like some of the other content creators have done that, and I am disappointed that they haven't.
I think what you find with a lot of the other football channels, I think they're just stuck in their ways and they don't have new ideas, and the way they look at it, they have enough subscribers, so they're happy with that, whereas we're not. We want to get big and big and bigger, so that's why we're putting more ideas. The intros are fantastic, Michael is doing. Also, Kane's come on board, who helps us with the thumbnails as well. He's done an absolutely fantastic.
He also did the video with the predictions for the team.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a big shout out to Kane as well. Kane's been absolutely fantastic with the channel. I'm just going to go through some of these comments. Where are we? To be fair, guys, it's only Baz who defends Davis on Toffee TV. To be honest, Andy, if I had to go for a pint with any of them, it'd probably be Baz, to be fair. That's all I'm going to say on that.
See, mine would probably be Ped.
Well, you can go out with him and I'll go out with Baz. Rob John, he would like to congratulate. Listen, I'm not going to go on about Toffee TV because this is the Blue Boys Network. It's not Toffee TV's substitute. So I would like to congratulate Toffee TV on being complacent. Yes, men. I'll leave that one there. Wayne Harrison, Don Carlo is either hungover or the Alzheimer's has kicked in early. Absolutely brilliant. I wonder where Cal is today, Cal Blundell. We haven't seen him yet.
No, it will be.
I'm sure he will pop up when he gets out of his bed. Can someone drag Tom Davis off, please, for fuck's sake, says Matthias. Well, Michael would love to pull him off. I don't know about dragging him off.
What is that? Yeah, look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a player that Everton missed a trick on a couple of years ago was Raul Jimenez. He scored 24 goals this season with 10 assists in 49 games for Wolves this season. It's a phenomenal, you know, to stay fit for them games is a phenomenal achievement.
Let's have a look. The vlog was great, lads. Pick up a penguin. Yeah, I just threw that in, to be fair, Marty. That was one of the funnier parts of it, I'd say. Mark Anderson says, Tom Davis on a free to Southport. Probably wouldn't even get in their team. They've had quite a good season, haven't they? I think so. Peter Wilcox says, Richarlison doesn't look up for it, boys.
He doesn't. He doesn't. His edge dropped. He doesn't. He's not in this game at all. He really isn't. But equally, I don't think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is, and I don't think it's their fault. I think they're running around chasing shadows because they ain't getting the ball.
Yeah, your dad says, how about a five-a-side, mate, against a match against former players to raise money for Everton in the community? Absolutely fantastic idea, Rob. Whether we could sort it, it was great. I remember years ago when I used to work at Goodison Park. We had a team, the Everton Stewards, and we organised a team, a match against Everton's backroom staff. So there was Jimmy Martin, there was... the physio played. I think, did I say Jimmy Martin, the kit manager played, and also Ronnie Goodless played for them. And I tell you something now, Ronnie Goodless, the skill he had, even though he was quite big, the skill he had on that ball. I think we got beat something like 13-2 or something. It was, honest to God, the week, honest to God. But even if the likes of the kit manager and the backroom staff have never played football, they must learn by watching the training every day, because absolutely they run rings round us. So, listen, I am 20 years older now, 25 years older, so I don't know whether the game against the former players would be a good idea for me, but I'm sure there's a few lads who... younger...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd definitely play. I'll tell you what, I might be obese, but I can still move, I can still score, and I'm still fast. I love to do that.
But Michael on a bike.
Right, let's read some of the comments. Tom, don't be a bellend. Love that, Jeff, just straight in there. Guys, did you read that? Guys, difference between you and other channels is that you have a greater fan perspective rather than punditry. As a result, it's more communal, and that is exactly what it's about. Tom Orgux. I've hid him because he keeps telling us that Wolves have scored. Pickford drops another one. Yep, straight at the feet of Michael Keane, I think. And I don't know who got it away there. Up the Bromsgrove Toffees. Bromsgrove, if anyone's perspective, is about 3 miles from where I live, if that. Omar Jordan Pickford. England #1, my arse. I'm going to go as far as saying that Jordan Pickford is probably... Number 3. Who'd you put in front of him? Henderson and Pope?
Yeah, Nick Pope's England's #1. I watched him yesterday. He had an absolute worldie for Burnley yesterday. And I tell you something now, I would love Nick Pope at Everton.
Can you stop slagging Tom Davis off? He's not even playing. Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, he is.
Brilliant, John. Well done.
Well done,
love that.
Well done.
Your dad's Pickford's feeling his hamstring.
It's all right. We've got Vagina on the bench.
Brilliant. I just hope he's not easily slid past, though, you know.
This is the thing, though. The players are going to say, oh, I'm injured. He'll have 3 weeks. He'll have 3 weeks off. He'll go on pre-season now, Pickford. That'll be him. He'll be now that Weatherspoons is open, he'll be in there having plenty of jars. Go on, raving with Pickford. Fuck off.
I'm telling you now, if Pickford goes off, this may be the last time you see him in an Everton shirt. God willing.
I don't think Carlo likes him. I just don't think he thinks there's competition with the other two. Bogner Regis tougher. Yeah, good to see. Good to see. We're going global. Bogner Regis. You don't know where that is, John. Honestly, Anthony Gordon, again, best player in a blue shirt today. He's my man of the match, first 41 minutes.
James Wright says, we need to get forward instead of inviting pressure. Everton are so infuriating. We should be used to it by now, James, to be fair. But you know what? Everton will probably Everton this and nick a 1-0 win.
That's not Everton in something. That's just fucking... That's just getting... Everton, so that's when we're 1-0 up, John. That's when we're 2-0 up against Newcastle and give 2 goals away in 15 seconds.
Yeah, but we expect that. We don't expect Everton to win this game.
Shout. Well done. Well done. You can tell you a season ticket ordering on the wall, can't you?
Wayne Harris, we can't start with Jordan Pickford next season. No, I think you'll find Chelsea maybe starting with Jordan Pickford next season.
Why would Pickford want him? Yeah, why would Chelsea want him? Why would Chelsea want him when they can go and get Nick Pope?
Well, apparently he doesn't fancy Kepa. Yeah. Is it Kepa? Yeah, apparently he doesn't like him. These classes are doing my head in. On, off. Everton Views says, has Dom touched the ball yet? Don't think he has. Don't take the chance.
He took it off his thigh and ran straight back into the Everton half and give it to Luca Dean. I've got to be honest, poor. I don't even know what system Everton are playing at the minute because I can't make head or tails where everyone is standing.
I don't think Ancelotti knows.
And that's, I know, you know, I'm not...
Pickford has already booked his flights to Benidorm. He's already wearing his flip-flops, says James Gleaves. I think a lot of them are, to be fair, James. Everton FC is the best. Where about you guys sit? Well, I'm on the couch at the minute.
I'm on a little white chair, if you must say. Oh, guys, I'm on one of these.
No, sorry for being cocky there, Everton, mate. I'm in the paddock. I'm on the first row of the seats in the paddock, just beyond the disabled section, about 5 seats away from the away fans.
What I would say is when John's had a bevy, he does tend up in the disabled section just because he tends to cheer and shout and ends up jumping all over the fucking gaff.
Yeah. It's been a few times I've jumped over that barrier at the lines, but my neighbours are there, a steward at Everton, right where I sit. And he says to me many times, if he didn't know me,
I get warned if I end up sitting next to John, because we know a few. John knows a few people there. So if I get a ticket in the paddock, if I can get a ticket, I'll move to where John sits and sit with him. And the steward will just look at me and go, control him. And me and John, what game was it where we sat together in the Gladys Street? And you almost got kicked out. We lost. Sheffield United.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. I remember that, yeah. The steward come over, didn't she, and told him to calm down. It was a woman, wasn't it?
Oh, what's that? What's this? Is that a free kick or a penalty? It's nothing. Oh, my God.
Right, where are we? James Ditchy says, John and Michael, here one for you. Sorry, John and Michael, would you go for Aarons from Norwich? Now Norwich.
I like Buendia as well, the midfielder they've got. I think he'd offer more than give it Sigurdsson and Tom Davies. Andrew Vale, where you been, mate? I'm sure I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, we're all good, mate. How are you?
Terry Nicho says, funny, John. Terry, you'll have to come the game with me, mate. Now you can. Come the game, we'll have a few pints. We'll have to behave ourselves, though, mate. But definitely next season, come the game with me and Michael.
Definitely.
That's me cousin. Scouse Rebel says, Everton are the slowest team in the league by a mile. Do you know what? Can't argue with that. Scouse Rebel also says, slow build.
Is that a penalty? Oh, it's a fucking penalty. Fucking hell. Luca Dean dived straight in there.
Let's have a look at this because I haven't seen it yet. Let's have a look. I'm in it.
Yeah, it's a pen. It is a pen. He catches him. It's a pen. Absolutely skins the shit out of him.
Oh, it's not a pen, that, you know.
He catches his leg. He catches his standing leg as he runs through.
Are you supporting Wolves today with you being closer to there than Everton?
That is a pen. I don't care what anyone says. That is a pen.
Let me have a look.
It's a pen. John, it's a pathetic pen to give away, but it's a pen. And Jimenez to make it. I tell you what, he's lucky to start on the pitch. Luca Dean's already got a yellow card.
Maybe I need glasses for telly as well as just reading. 1 minute from half time, for fuck's sake. Everton Views says, I seen that we scored the other night when I think it was right on half time. And I said this is the best time to score, just before half time, and obviously Wolves have gone and done it in this game. Right, boys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm assuming we're going to be going into half time now. I'm going to go and put the kettle on. Thanks very much for the first half. We are up to 108 views now. Please come back, get your friends, get your family to watch us for the second half,
Yeah,
and I will be back soon.
I'm not going. John's just disappearing. It's a great pen from Jimenez. He waits for Pickford to move, drops the knee a little bit, and then straight in the bottom corner. But I don't know what Pickford's doing there. Slides on his knee. It's a pathetic penalty to give away because he doesn't need to rush in there on the edge of the box. He just doesn't need to do it, and that it was just poor. I don't think Ancelotti would have expected to go 1-0 down in this game. I don't think he wanted to go 1-0 down in this game. I think he came for a 0-0 draw, and we've come unstuck. The system's going to have to change at half time because Everton now, we need to attack. We need to attack because we haven't attacked in the whole game. We've had about 1% of the ball in Wolves' box. It's just another game that Everton are going to lose. We're going to finish mid-table, and it's just the end of a shit season. But we seem to be saying it every season. It's just disappointing. Nah, Jack Duncan, I didn't notice him. Let's go through some of the comments. Graham Lloyd, they go down too easy. This is, well, yeah, they do go down, but you can understand why they do. Pete Wilcox, how behind are you? Probably about 30 seconds. Ref couldn't wait to give the pen. I think it was a pen. How have Everton been playing in this first half? Shit. Did anyone else see what Dominic Calvert-Lewin did before they got the pen? No, I didn't, mate. Jamie White, Pickford's got to go in my opinion. Honestly, if people offered me 10 million quid for Jordan Pickford, I'd sack him out. He was dragged down after a great. But oh yeah, I did see that. And I did think it was a free kick or a pen, but the ref gave nothing. Yeah, we don't press, and this is the problem you've got with Everton. Is Everton as a unit, they don't go forward. They all sort of, when you play football, in my opinion, you have to have high intensity. You have to get on a person who's got the ball, and you have to sort of crowd around them, not give them options, slow down the play so they can't physically make that pass. So they have to hold on to the ball. They panic, they give the ball away. Everton don't do that. Everton let teams play around, play in front of them, and then eventually they get broken down. It was a stupid lunging by Luca Dean after Baines and Gordon got done far too easy, but they did get done, and as a result we're down. Anyway guys, we are up to 117 people. Really appreciate it. I am just going to pop away for half time. Leave your comments in, we will watch them. Obviously, as mentioned, the merch store is available, so go and get yourself cups, hoodies, t-shirts, phone cases, you name it. There's some new stuff going on there, and obviously the donation button as well, guys. We really do appreciate it. I'll see you all in about 5 minutes. Peace. What's going on, everyone? It's Mike and John. We're back again. Disappointing end.
How are you, folks?
Disappointing end. I will occasionally tap my headphones out because I appreciate you don't want to hear me munching close range. So I'm going to leave you with John for a second because he's doing something. Don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Looking at the telly. Right. Welcome back, guys. Hopefully we'll have a better second half than the first one. I'm just going to go through a few of these comments that we've had. The referee couldn't wait to give a penalty. I think that the day we've actually had season penalties that
Cutting a very relaxed figure, Roy Hodgson, as he strolls into Villa Park this afternoon. 2:15 for their game against Aston Villa, and Dean Smith will surely not be feeling quite so relaxed. It's D-Day for them, but will it be D for doom or D for delight? Red Bull Arena for the Styria Grand Prix with Lewis Hamilton on pole right now. Sky Sports F1.
If the season ended now, to be fair, the only thing that's keeping me going is these watch-along. They're fantastic.
But half time at Molineux with his team trailing on the road again. Second half next.
Wouldn't bother me whatsoever. Gareth says it's Dominic and have got no service. Tell them not this game to be
John, you've plugged your headphone speakers out, I think. Can't hear you. No. Oh.
I don't know why.
Okay, I can now.
18-year-old Jared Brathwaite, not yet made his Everton debut.
Brathwaite's coming on. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Around Everton's fortunes here at Molineux. Jamie Carragher and Rob Hawthorne.
Mike says couldn't hear me. People said couldn't. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, John, your audio's really bad.
On the bench of League Two, Carlisle.
Speak now.
Do that.
Yeah. Can you get the kids' headsets from upstairs?
Yeah, stay there.
And now here he is making his Premier League debut. And how do you assess the reshape, Jamie?
So guys, let's have a look at this. Obviously, we've just had Braithwaite come on. It's a great start, great opportunity for him. You know, he's got very little pressure on him today. It's his first opportunity in the Premier League. 17 years old, signed for about £1 million, meant to be highly rated. Let's see how he gets on. Loads of
that.
It's a Braithwaite on. Great to see.
Yeah. About time the kick got to go. Anyone know what the setup's going to be in this half? I haven't got a clue now.
I'm thinking we're going 4-4-2.
I would have liked to have seen Bernard on a half time and Tom Davis, and I would have liked to have seen Keane come on for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to be fair.
Who went off?
Having a clue. Mark Perry says it's 2-0. Don't know how true that is.
2-0.
Anyone else, let me know. It's 2-0. Oh, yeah, 2-0. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely
again, who was marking him? It's a young lad that's come on. I'm not going to sit here and grill him. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You can see it's a young lad. He lets him run. He lets him in front of the front post, and it's a goal. I'm not going to sit here and criticise him. I'm not. It's shit. We know it's shit. It might even be offside. No.
So basically, Everton concede just before half time, and they concede straight away.
The young lad lets him go.
I tell you what, he could be offside.
No. Look,
No.
it pisses me off. It's a young lad. It's one of them. I'm not gonna. How can we criticise someone after he's come on for a minute and a half?
What I will say, everyone, is I can gather you're very, very angry now with this performance and what's happened with the 2 goals close to each other, but it's just before half-time and just after. If you want to turn your telly off, by all means, that is your opinion, that's your choice, but just stick with us and we'll give you some fun if you listen to us. Wayne Harrison says, we got what we deserve picking that team against Wolves. I think he's just picking what he can work with, Wayne, but I do agree with you. 2 right-backs on the bench and 2 left-backs on the pitch. I just didn't see the sense in that, to be fair. I didn't see the sense in that.
It was just shocking, but look, Braithwaite, he shouldn't be letting him run straight across him like that. He gets blocked off by Bolly and he doesn't follow his man, and you can tell he doesn't because he tries that desperate pull back, and it's not going to work. So look, I mean, unfortunately, he didn't have a great debut in the under-23s. He's come on, and that goal, in my opinion, is his fault. But I'm certainly not going to bother holding it against him. At the end of the, we've come to Wolves. I think all of us pretty much expected us to get beat. We're 2-0 down. Disappointing to say the least. But I mean, I haven't known what formation we played or anything. I haven't had a clue. So I'm just going to say, look, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. But I'm not going to sit here and lambast that young lad. I'm just not going to do it.
I totally agree, Michael. And I'm not going to sit here and lambast him neither, but he's taught defence, as someone said. It's not good enough, but he has only been on the pitch a couple of seconds. So, as I say, we can't sit here. But listen, I think someone's put there, we're going to lose this game. I think we've been losing it since the first whistle. I think we've been losing it since before we kicked off. I don't think
we were never going to win this game because we are playing so bad. I mean, if you think about it, we're all really happy after the Liverpool game because we got a draw. We should have beat them. But the simple fact of the matter is, we haven't had a great restart. You know, we got a 1-0 win against a team that's relegated in Norwich. We had a decent first half against Leicester and then bottled the second half. It was just because we were 2-0 up, we didn't end up losing. It's shocking. It's poor, but I can't sit here. Everton are so shit at the minute. This doesn't surprise me. And it doesn't matter what manager you put in charge of this team at this moment in time. They will do shit. And
it's the mentality, isn't it?
But equally on top of that mentality, it's the recruitment. We've spent almost £5 million in 4 years, £500 million in 4 years, and this is the team we've got. It's appalling. I tell you what, the last team David Moyes had would beat this team, hands down.
I'm going to tell you something now. If we carry on playing like this, Bournemouth and Villa will beat us.
I'm telling you now, if we don't beat Bournemouth and Villa, we are a joke. We are a joke.
Leighton Baines has gone off. Morgan plays, whereas with Charlson being today. Listen, he hasn't had a great game. I haven't seen much of him, to be fair, so I suppose he's not getting the service. The midfield shock. This is the worst midfield I've seen Everton have for a long time. Scouts Rebel, we can't even make a sub. That'll change the game. We can't defend this team anymore, lads. Listen, Scouts, I totally agree. The only changes he can make now, which may give us a bit more impetus, is bringing Moyes Keane on. We're 2-0 down. We're playing this poorly. And, you know, he started the game with 2 right-backs on the bench and 2 left-backs on the pitch. But Moyes Keane still isn't on the pitch. How does this lad get a chance to prove himself at Everton when he hasn't really pulled up any trees since he come to the club? How can he stake a place to get a starting lineup in this team when he's not getting on. Now, listen, just seeing the goal again. It's poor defending, but you know he should be in front of his man. We all know that. I'm not going to sit here and try to defend the team, but what I will say, and I'm not. Listen, we've got one of the best managers in world football, but what I will say, I think some of his substitutions and I think some of his team selections since he's been at the club have been poor.
Look, he gets this season free. He also probably gets next season free for me. It does concern me that he had a shit run at Napoli as well. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to sit here and say, look, Carlo Ancelotti is one of the best in the world. No doubt about it. But I am concerned.
Someone's put, they hope he doesn't get pissed off with it basically and walk. I don't think he'd walk. He hasn't made a sign and that's his own yet. He won't walk. I pretty much guarantee he wouldn't walk. But I'm telling you now, the mentality, we need a psychologist in at that club. And I've said this before to Michael, I think it was last season or earlier on in this season. We need a psychologist at this club. We haven't beat a top 6 away team.
8 years.
8 years. That is shocking. A top 6 team away from home we haven't beaten 8 years. That is awful. That the mentality's got to change. Hopefully Ancelotti can turn that round with different players, better quality players, because this team now that we have, that we're watching, are set in their ways, and that's it.
But what disappoints me is I did a video 2 years on 2 years ago on the mentality of Everton. And I basically said, we're bottle jobs, we go up against big teams, and when we need to win, we bottle it. You know, there's only one game that stands out for me where we didn't bottle it, and that was about 16 years ago, where Duncan Ferguson scores a header in front of the Gladys Street, which puts us in the Champions League, beating Man United 1-0 at home. That's a game we didn't bottle. But every other big game since, we bottle. I remember when we were 4th, and we needed to beat Crystal Palace at Goodison to basically ensure we finished 4th, and Arsenal would have been 6 points behind us or something. And we bottled it and lost 4-1 to Crystal Palace. It's pathetic. The mentality through this club is disgusting. And look, I don't need to be anything special to see it. That needs to change, and that is what a director of football in Marcel Brands should have been able to say, right, we're going to get a football psychologist here. It's one of the ones that's been at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, top teams that consistently win stuff. That should be in our club, teaching us. Not going for Leicester's recruitment scout in Ken Wright's days. Not signing, people that just aren't good enough. Not £35 million Iwobies. This should be an Everton team that is capable of beating anyone, and it's not after 500 million quid.
There's a comment here from Nish Sofaswar. Now, I think Nish is a red. If I'm wrong, tell me. But what he says is, how on earth can Everton fans be annoyed at the media for not taking them seriously? And you know what? Very, very, very rare I agree with a red, but that is right. Everton are more annoyed with the media because they kiss arse of certain clubs. It's nothing to do with Everton, that. But what I will say is, we don't get much of a mention in the media because of how poor we are.
Why? Because he left Tom Davies and Gylfi Sigurdsson on the pitch and took off Gordon and Walcott.
And to me, this is... listen, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm not bothered. You people know me and Michael don't sit on the fence, and we're honest. I'm going to be honest now. Team selection, tactical substitutions today have been poor by Carlo Ancelotti. Very. This is the worst he's done. It's the worst he's done since he's been at the club. And he is working with what he's got. But you don't make changes like that, in my opinion.
This is the thing. We don't know. It's easy for us to all say sitting here. And Carlo's got a really shit team to work with. But for me, at this moment in time, Iwobi is not the man that is going to change this game. and keeping Sigurdsson on the pitch, who, in my opinion, has done fuck all, adds nothing. I mean, they're cutting us open at will.
Right. Callum Johnson says, "Shut up, lads. Ancelotti knows what he's doing. Never doubt him. Never doubt him. We don't know better than he's still learning the players he can trust." What I will say, Callum, is I'm not going to shut up. Michael's not going to shut up. But the simple fact of the matter is, everyone's entitled to an opinion. And my opinion is, this squad of players, I'd keep 3 or 4 players out of it. He's already learned what he can work with, who hasn't got a future at the club. And I'm telling you something now, the substitutions have been shocking today. When he can take Anthony Gordon off and put a Wolby on, when he can start the game with 2 left-backs on the pitch and 2 right-backs on the bench. That's my opinion. I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm saying it out it is. In my opinion, Ancelotti has got it completely wrong today.
You want, mate? You've got the mic. If we shut up, it'd be a very quiet stream, wouldn't it?
Well, it's just my opinion, which everyone's entitled to.
At the end of the day, look, Carlo Ancelotti doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve to walk into this. In my opinion, yeah, he may have got it wrong. Look, the first goal was a nail. He set up, in my opinion, today, Ancelotti, to get a draw. And Luca Dean jumping in. I know they looked at it at half time. It is a soft penalty, but it is a penalty. It is.
Ancelotti will have done his homework on Everton Football Club, and he knew what players he was coming in to work with. Yeah, he's brought no one into the club who are his players, and he's not going to get a tune any more out of half of these players this season. He knows what he's got. He knows what he's working with. But there's better players on that pitch than the players he started with in this game today.
The big hole. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see where the big hole is. You've got the 2 forward men. And there is no one linking up play between the midfield and the forwards. Not even the wingers are doing it. And as a result, this is happening. Every single time this is happening, we're getting cut open time after time after time. And it is because there is no one in the centre of the park that can just put their foot on the ball and make sure that they don't lose it. There is not a single person, and as a result, there's no one who can put their foot on the ball and pass it forward. This is a joke. This is a joke. This could end up 4-0, this could end up 4-0 to Wolves.
Right, I've just seen something there. Everton have had 1 touch in the opposition's box in an hour. And yet Moise Keane still sits on the bench. We have 5 substitutions to make. I'm not sure how many we've made, but I'm telling you something now, he needs to make more. Where are we? Wayne Harrison says, agree with John's opinion. Listen, Wayne, it is what it is, mate. You know me. I'll say it how it is, and if people don't like it, then it's tough. I'm a bigger blue than anyone on here, or as the same as anyone on here. I didn't mean to put it like that. So I will say what I think. Marty says, it'll be an interesting video for you guys to do on media bias or perceived media bias. We all know about the media bias. It's pretty obvious. And if Liverpool weren't on the verge of winning the league when the lockdown happened, and when they were talking about coming out of it and starting the football again, if it was any other team at the top of the league, the season would have been finished, in my opinion. I'm not going to read the comments where people have backed me from what I've said a couple of minutes ago. I'm not going to read them. People can see them. Jack Wild says, Tom Davis is the most incapable player I think I've ever seen us have. The man can't do anything at all. Jack, I totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree.
I'd rather play Cuckoo Martino in the middle of the box. I mean, look, what's that? What is that? If literally, what's that? Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a 3-0.
What the fuck is that? This Everton team, honest to God, this Everton team are fucking shit. The defence, they allow him to get they allow him, four Everton players are around him. They allow him to turn, move away from all 4 of them, get a shot off, and then Jordan Pickford practically rolls it into his own goal. Honestly, Everton, you can fuck off today. You are shit. You are shit.
Rob Fulton says, don't forget, Carlo was sacked at Napoli and he's done nothing since he came in to fill me with any hope that can turn our fortunes round. Brands has got to go. Brands has got to go before
this summer,
in my opinion.
Is super important for Brands. This summer, mega important.
He's got to get it right. He's got to get it right.
I'm not going to sit here and quit. I cannot sit here and slag off Ancelotti. I look at that from Pickford. That is absolutely disgusting.
Someone just put on here, Pickford will start laughing in a minute. And you know what?
He's laughing when the ball's over the line.
See, he's a fucking tit. I'm sorry for the French, but I'm telling you now, I feel like driving down to Molineux and running that bastard over when he comes out the ground. Frankie says, be safe. Please don't shut up. Love what you're doing. Freedom of speech. We're all passionate about our club. I agree with everything you say. Where's the leadership? Been no leadership at the club for years, Frankie, and I said this on the last watch along. Our captain's too quiet. The last captain we had who was open his mouth was Phil Neville, and that's down to the mentality. They're not asked.
We all know he was a shit footballer, but at least he'd open. Yeah, here he comes, Moise Keane. Come on, Richarlison.
On for Richarlison.
I'm done. I'm done with this game today. I'm done.
I've just seen the ball on the line now. Is that what he laughed at? I haven't seen it yet. No, yeah.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and slag off Ancelotti. I actually think a lot of what Ancelotti does is to show the board how bad this squad is. He's a very clever man. Now, if this is to show how bad this Everton team is, well, he's done it today. Because we're 2-0 down against a team that, yes, is definitely Champions League challengers, are clearly a good team. But this team 4 years ago was in League One. So in the same time Everton have spent 500 million, this team was in League One.
Mr. Ancelotti's not going to have a happy neighbour tonight, because I know for a fact that Charleston lives 3 doors away from him, so I don't think they'll be popping into each other's houses for a cup of tea after them taking off. When
Sigurdsson, first man, honestly, fuck off. Bernard beating 3 people when he comes on, and that's. Oh, here we go. Is it 3-0?
Michael,
fuck off.
To be honest,
you can fuck off. You fucking shit. Do you know, Coleman?
Ari said, "How come you're having to put the correct score on, please?" Love you both. Pointless, Ari. And to be fair, if Everton were 2-0 up, it'd be changed, but it's not going to happen today. I think John is watching last week's game. It's the same every week, James. To be fair, we expect this now. I just want the season to end. The one Tuesday delayed. He says we need a new goalkeeper. Yeah, I think we all agree on that one. Someone asked me before which is the 4 players I'd keep. So I'd keep Holgate. I'd keep Charleston. I'd keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You know what? There probably isn't 4. There's probably 3. And Richie and Dean, Luca Dean, Holgate, Richie and Dominic.
I keep. I'll probably keep 5.
Who's your 5th?
I'll give Keane another season because I haven't seen enough of him. And maybe Gabami because I haven't seen enough of him either. 6. I'm telling you now, right? This sounds stupid, but some of the players that we haven't had who have been out on loan would have been better than that. You know, fucking Balassi. I reckon Balassi's better than fucking Iwobi.
I was saw someone yesterday on Twitter and they were having a pop at me because I was saying Benigami and Adrian should be starting. And the response to me was, obviously they're not good enough, or they would be starting. Who am I to say under 23 should be playing? Do I see enough of them?
Skill there by Bernard. Shoot! Oh, fuck off, Everton.
Yeah, basically I couldn't have an opinion because they play for the under-23s and I haven't seen enough of them, even though it's all right that they won the under-23 league numerous times. If they were good enough, they'd be playing. So, Jamie White, someone offered 50 million for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'd take it.
I don't think he's worth 50 million. Moise Keane with the ball. Doesn't lose it, keeps the ball, plays it out wide. Soon as Gylfi Sigurdsson's got it, gets the ball in. Oh, fucking shit. Tom Davies over the stand. That's in the fucking out. There's a ball in my garden. There's a ball. I'll give it you after the game.
Abigail Barfoot has said the 4 players who I said. Your dad says I keep Dean Holgate.
Adama Traore coming on again. This was a player that Everton were seriously after when they were looking at getting rid of Lookman, and we bottled signing him for £12 million from Middlesbrough. Now look, we're going to get absolutely pumped by him. We're going to get pumped.
4-5-0 this finishes now. He's coming on. Andy Mann says he's taking the Charleston off an admission of defeat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it is, to be fair. Yeah, I think it is. I think Ancelotti's held his hands up today and he's admitting we're not good enough. We're miles behind. The players aren't good enough. And I'm telling you now, if Marcel Brands is not watching these last couple of games and sees how poor we are, then I would terminate his contract today. Hazrat Meerkat says we've got 100. It's 164 now. Hazrat 164 people watching. They'll watch along, and we're putting a show on the pitch like we are. It's a credit to you people. So thanks very much.
And also, John, it's a credit for you. It's a credit to you because not only do you look like the oldest gamer to ever be on YouTube, you've also causing an absolute storm with your Ancelotti comments.
It's my opinion. And listen, I'm not one of these who's saying sack him. I'm not saying sack him. I'm nowhere near saying that. What I am saying is, I think it was a poor team selection today. I think his substitutions have been poor. But who am I to question Carlo Ancelotti? Yeah, I am questioning him because it's not the team I would have picked and it's not the substitutions I would have made, to be fair. You know, if you look at Wolves' bench, they're bringing Adama Traore on. We bring fucking Iwobi on. Do you know what I mean? Adama Traore, as Michael says, we could have got him for half the price we paid for Iwobi. A third. And I'm sick of signing clubs rejects, and I've said this in the past. Why don't we be bold, be brave, and put bids in for players who are playing consistently in the top 6 clubs? Yeah, we mightn't get them, but it shows balls. It shows balls.
Oh shit! Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, he's been the best player. We're just going to get a fucking ass kicked until now. It's just fucking shit.
Andy Mann says, John, you should wear your Everton hat. Do you know what? If I thought it'd give us some luck, then I would. James Lebeck, luckily John is not our manager. Well, I have managed the team in the past, but I couldn't continue with it. Michael knows why. I can't say on here. And I did. It wasn't nothing to do with
the
kids.
one of the moms come on to him. It's fucking terrible, apparently.
And her kid was captain and man of the match every week. First name on the team sheet. Driving the game.
Fucking hell. His name was fucking Jones. He now plays for Liverpool. He's where he is because of me.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Tuesday Delaney says no European place this season. They're playing like they actually don't care.
Mate,
I don't want us in Europe because we'll become a laughing stock. If this team got us to Europe, we would get a new bumhole ripped every European game. We need to sort out our league form, our league position, before we even think about anything in Europe, even Europa League. Do you know what? I wouldn't even have any friendlies in Europe because they don't even deserve to go over there for the friendly game. John and Mike, would you keep Sidibe? Not a cat in hell's chance would I keep him at the club.
If I mean, it's very difficult because you can't just shift up entire team. But if I was the director of football, over 3 years, I would make it my mission to get rid of 20 out of the 25-man squad in this team. And then if Gabarmin and Moise Keane don't do it next season, I'd probably sack them off as well.
And you know what? Another thing, Besic come back to the club. Apparently he can't play. He's not eligible to play. But I'm telling you now, if he was eligible to play, he'd be outstanding. Well, not outstanding, but he would dramatically improve this central midfield.
Dini's just hit the post. Nah.
From the free.
He's just clipped the post, I think. Good ball from Michael Keane of all people. Fucking hell.
Joy 11 asks, how is Branthwaite playing, but Benigami isn't? They're different positions, Joy. Benigami's a central midfielder, to be fair.
He's got to displace the impressive Gylfi Sigurdsson and Tom Davies. That's the issue, John. He just can't get in past him. Who could get in past him? I'll tell you who could. Your mum.
Stevie Wonder. Rob John says we've run out of paper for the cracks. Totally agree. We've been papering over the cracks for years, and it's always a false dawn, whatever. And they give you hope at the beginning of every season. And I'm telling you something now. If there isn't at least 5 or 6 new players in this squad and this team come August, September, when the season starts again, I'm afraid to say it's going to be another season like this.
In behind, gets his shot off. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0, straight over the top. Coleman doesn't stay with his man. Jota, one touch, 3-0. Absolute, honestly, Everton, you're an absolute fucking shitfest, a lot of you. Absolute fucking shitfest. And do you know what I was about to say? Since Carlo Ancelotti's made his changes and gone more attacking, I think we're playing better.
Got where?
What the fuck is that? I mean, Coleman and Keane look like 2 fucking snails trying to get up a fucking igloo.
That is embarrassing. They're jogging back. They're probably running a full pace for them too.
Neil Post? Honestly, fuck off.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, do you know what? It's actually that bad now. It's becoming funny. And I don't mean that in any way, shape or form in a bad way. But what I'm saying, this is an absolute shit show. I predicted, I didn't put it in my video, I forgot to be fair, my match preview, but I did say to Michael, I predicted 2-0. It could be double that. It could
John,
be double that.
What did I say to you on the phone this morning?
4-0. 4-0. Someone's put, they turned the TV off at half time, but they're still here. So thanks very much. Listen, we've got 171 people watching us at the minute. That is fantastic for how the game's going. So thanks very much. 176. Thanks ever so much, everyone, for joining in for another watch along. We will be back on Thursday.
Look at Troy right there. 5, 6, 7, and it takes Brathwaite, a 17-year-old lad, to bring him down. Honestly. Honestly, fuck off, you're all shit. Oh my god.
Someone's put you can't blame Pickford. You shouldn't get beat
I'm
on your...
To be honest, I'm not really blaming Pickford. I'm blaming Everton not getting close enough to whoever that player was that made that ball. And Coleman and Keane not getting anywhere near Jota. Oh, there you go. One header on target, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Fucking, that's it. Yeah.
Is he still on the pitch, is he? Fucking hell. That's a great tackle, that, by Branthwaite. They've just showed it again, by the way. That's how far I'm behind. James Dunlop, 181 we've got watching us. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks,
thank you, everyone. James, James Dunlop says they are lucky the fans aren't at the game, especially at home, because if they were, the game's at Goodison and they would get dogs abuse. Do you know what, James? When we come back from when the football started again, we were putting some decent performances in, you know, and Michael Keane was playing well, Pickford looked a bit better, and we were all saying, you know,
what
is this because the fans aren't there to get on the back? I'm not being funny.
What game
now
did Holgate get injured in?
Southampton, the one before Southampton,
and we've not won a single game since Holgate's been out the team.
Yeah. Well, Holgate starts every time. Holgate can play star forward in the middle. Okay.
Substitution.
Who's making a sub?
We've used our 5. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Anyway, it's only 3-0 to Wolves. Got back to this level. It's Raul Jimenez who started the scoring. This time, darling, this time. Whose place he's now taking.
Everton FC says there isn't one player you can pick out, is there?
No,
it's everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. Is the best player for Everton as of the restart has been Anthony Gordon, and he was subbed at half time.
Yeah. I don't think that change. If he's not carrying a knock, then I'm sorry, Mr. Ancelotti, I don't get your substitution there. I really, really, really don't. And I'm telling you right now, don't expect the man of the match off the post because you won't be getting one. Well, yeah, it's pointless as both picking him, so you can give him it. Wolves are making Everton look like schoolboys. There's a lot of teams that have made Everton look like schoolboys this season, to be fair, Mitchell. It's just shocking. These glasses are doing my head in. I can't see. Bernard is a liability. I think he gives us more than a Wobie, but Jake Duncan says, I'm actually fearing we could go down. Is it mathematically impossible we could go down? Thank God for that, because there's a good chance if it was still possible. Everton need to get out of the Wolves game very quickly and win against Aston Villa on Thursday night. Tell you what, play like he did today, and Aston Villa will beat us.
He just needs to set up the team, not to be conservative, not to be all efficient and play 4-4-2. He needs to set up the team to absolutely twat Villa all over the park. He needs everyone with pace in positions. He needs probably all 3 strikers on the pitch. I'd play 4-3-3. I'd drop Davies and Sigurdsson. I'd just, if Holgate's back, I'd stick him in the centre in midfield, depending on Mina. I just want to see Everton annihilate someone before this season's over. And the problem is, I can't see us doing it.
So we've got Theo Walcott joining us on the watch along, and he was saying how heavy was I, lads. Not as heavy as Gomez looks at the minute. John Cross says, don't even reckon Usman offers enough money to sort this crap out. Honest to God, also Morgan Schneidlin has joined us. He should have been put in the team. I tell you something now, Mr. Schneidlin, you will definitely not the worst midfielder we had.
Although me included, absolutely crucified.
Yeah, but I'm telling you now, he's better than Tom Davies and he's better than Gylfi Sigurdsson, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Brian Carey says Ancelotti is sitting with his arms folded. What the fuck? Should be up shouting.
I don't think it solves anything. I think he knows. I think he's accepted it. I don't even blame him. I was just sitting there with my arms folded like this. I think he knows how shit this is, and he knows what he needs to do. He's been at some of the biggest clubs in the world, right? And somebody put this comment in earlier. He's been in some of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's never managed a club that is as far from that as Everton. Now, the simple fact is, he knows what we need to get there. The issue he has is he doesn't know if Everton are physically, mentally capable of getting there. And that's the job Ancelotti's got. And at 61 years old, that is a monumental job.
It's the hardest job he's ever had in football. The hardest job he's ever had. And I said this earlier on in the watch along. This is the worst squad of players he's ever had to work with. Ever. Make a stance, says Wolves look mature. Listen, Wolves are a great team, and I said this in my match preview. I knew this had happened today. I said this. They've got a good manager. They've got some fantastic players. You know, they're chasing European football, where we thought Everton would be. Wolves have had a great season. Wolves have played
50
something
games.
like
This is their 50th game.
50 games. 50 games this season Wolves have played with being in the Europa League and the other cup competitions in the Premier League, and they look as if they've got more beans in them than this Everton team. It's an absolute joke. Phil Cornwall says, bottom half finish most probable. It's not acceptable, Phil. It's not when you've spent £500 million. Rob John, if Richarlison leaves, then it's nobody's fault but our own. I don't think he'll leave. I think he's been told Everton will build a team around him, and he seems happy at the club. Morgan Schneidlin, I said, build the team around Moise Keane, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Richarlison central.
Luca Dean's got cramp. He wants to get himself off to Marbella.
Someone's just put it wouldn't surprise them if someone comes in for Luca Dean. Apparently Man City and Chelsea have been looking at him. I don't know how true that is.
This potentially could be an horrific summer for Everton, because they could lose Luca Dean, they could lose Richarlison. I don't think DCL would leave, but equally I don't think DCL's that good.
We need better.
We need goal scorer.
We need a lot better.
We need a striker that's going to get us 20 goals a season, just like Ancelotti said. Somebody asked me the other day, is Richarlison world class? Well, no, not yet, but he's definitely got the capabilities of being world class. But to get there, he needs to get 20 goals a season. And then the day after, Carlo Ancelotti must have watched our live stream, because he come out and said the same. It's just poor.
Trainers said to think we beat these at the start
and what
of the
a game
season.
that was. Do you remember? I was sitting next to John.
Yeah. Their season started a lot earlier than ours, I think, at the time. But I think as the season's gone on, Wolves have got fitter, and Everton just look absolutely shocking. Brendan Rayner says, just finished the season now. I'm with you on that one, Brendan. James from Birkenhead, the whole team need to take a look at themselves after this game. They should have done that a lot this season, James. They should have done it for the last few seasons. They're not asked. They're not asked. They're still picking the money up. If you went into work, James, and you perform like this, you'd be sacked or you'd be suspended or you wouldn't get your wages. These still get it.
John,
it's absolute.
Can you move your tripod a bit again? Your head. I can just see your hair when you're bending forward. That's a bit better.
How's that?
A bit better. You could still do with it being a bit. That's it. Yeah, there you go. So guys, obviously we haven't plugged the merch or donations in the second half because, well, we haven't.
Your dad says if Carlo did walk, would the next manager be John Ferguson? In my opinion, I think John Ferguson one day will manage Everton football.
To be honest, I'd have no problem Duncan Ferguson having a season. The 5 games he was manager for, we didn't lose.
He certainly showed fight. Mitchell Balson Wolves are miles ahead of Everton, which is mad because Everton have outspent them by like 200 million. The difference is, though, Mitchell, Wolves have bought players with a mentality. We haven't got any. You know, them Wolves players will fight for each other. They can stick.
A lot of that goes down to the manager as well, though.
Oh, he's a great manager. I said to me previously, they've got a good manager.
4 is at the bar.
Has he missed? He'll be wondering now as he clips the crossbar. Should have been 4. Yeah, it should have been. As soon as the keeper got it, I thought Everton had a problem. Tom Davis found himself up against Jota.
Look at the space I've got, John.
Look at that. Look at that.
Fantastic.
No doubt he's got the legs on straight away. You know that.
He's got the entire pitch.
He knows Tom Davis better than anyone. Hasn't got great pace.
Eugene McGee, but Everton need to drop Jordan Pickford for the game against Villa on Thursday and place Stecklenburg in place. In my opinion, Jordan Pickford should have been dropped a long time ago. A long time ago.
He makes a mistake every game.
How has he missed that? That's worse than Ronnie Rosenthal's when he played for the other lot. That
players should donate their wages to charity in the NHS after today's game. They should, but well, they've deferred their wages, haven't they? I can't criticise Everton over the wages.
Yeah, here's a shout. Then do you think they're not asked now because they're on 50% wages? You know, they shouldn't be, because 50% of their wages is probably more than what me and you will earn in a whole year, Michael, or forever how long. But does that affecting them?
God knows. I don't know why Wolves players keep going down. Just let us lose, man.
Wayne Harrison, cheers lads, I'm done. Have a good evening if you can. And you, Wayne, thanks very much. It is hard to do these watch-alongs when the game is so shit, but we do try to keep the momentum up, and we do try to keep you up to date with what's happening in the comments, and we do read as many as we can out. But it's tough. It's tough to do the match previews and the match reactions. The rants are easier to do lately because that's all we seem to be doing. But thanks very much again, Wayne, for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday.
It's embarrassing how bad we are. Me and you and anyone can sit here and give their opinions on this Everton side, but it is embarrassing how bad it is.
I was expecting a defeat, but I was expecting a better performance, if you can see what I mean, because it can't have been any worse from the Southampton game. This is probably one of our worst performances of the season, this, to be fair.
John's just sent me a lovely print screen of himself holding his phone. It's very, very good. I'll share that with everyone in the match reaction.
I don't know how that happened, to be fair.
What I think we're going to do, guys, is, so for the match reaction, obviously me and John record it straight after the game. I think we're just going to stay live. I think what we'll do is we'll stop this stream and we'll just go straight into the match reaction stream after the game.
Now. Right, okay, yeah. So if you want to be part of the match reaction, obviously we probably won't read any of the comments, but we are going to do the match reaction straight after the game, and you can hear our rant when it's more feasible to do it instead of on a watch along. So if you do want to see me and Michael get angry, stay tuned in. You won't have to do anything. You can just stay.
Because after this, I'm going to have to just fucking blow me load, to be honest, all over John's face.
Really? Ian says, where is he? No, Perry, going to pick me lads up. See you Thursday, lads.
Guys.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks for tuning in.
Look at that. They're in again. They're in again. Look at that. Honestly, Everton today. I mean, Tom Davies has just not been able to make a 5-yard pass to Luca D.
James Ditchfield has said, we're playing that rubbish. 11 players from Everton's disability teams could play better, and I'd be one of them. Yeah, just to let everyone know, my mate there, Ditchy James, does play for Everton's disabled team. He's been there for quite a while now. Leave in the comments, James, how long you've actually been at Everton now, mate. I did go to school with you. I have known you for a long time. That is how long you've been at Everton. Speak on the disability team, mate, if you can. Priority is rinsing our defence. Anyone can rinse our defence. I expect this from Adama Traore, to be fair. He's ripped a new bumhole since he's come on.
Inspiration for the breakthrough goal, and Wolves have built on that since.
Easiest game Wolves have played all season. Probably great after the first performances. I can't see the iPad yet again, but these flashes are doing me head in. Phil Mason says he can't wait to see Baz play this lot. Big Toffee, rougher than watching a video of your own birth. I'm embarrassed. So James has got back to me. He's actually been on Everton's disability team for 20 years. Well done, James. Well done, mate.
Can John have a game?
Phil Cornwall says it's painful watching this lot. I'm off now, lads. Thanks. See you in the next one. Great vlog the other day, by the way. Cheers, Phil. Thanks for joining us again. We actually done another vlog today, which will be out. In my opinion, that's even funnier. And as I said earlier on, you do meet my auntie on it. You do.
I tell you what, Adama Traore, 5 Everton players, he's ghosted past every one of them, got a shot off, Luca Dean just gets a block. Everton, you are the shittest team in the league. Oh, and also, guys, can I just say, I said 150 people tune into this, and we've had 173. And I think it was about 185 at its max. So thank you ever so much, guys. This is probably, again, another 3,000 or 4,000 people streamed today. So thank you ever so much. Mark Goldbridge will be concerned that me and John are catching him.
How can a professional footballer not play a 5-yard pass, Jack Wild? Simple answer to that, mate, is because they're Everton players. Tuesday Delaney, I've been an Everton Blue for 51 years. So you've seen the good times, Tuesday, and the bad times. And is this one of the worst teams you've ever seen, mate? If you can let us know, is this one of the worst teams that you've had to endure?
I tell you what. I'll go as far as saying that this isn't the worst Everton team I've seen in my 28 years. But what this is a team that lacks passion, fight, determination. But I think the team that Sam Allardyce was given and also managed, that was worse. The team. I'm not saying Sam Allardyce was worth it, but the team had no pace. Klassen, Rooney, Sigurdsson, all in the same positions. No centre forward because Lukaku had went and not replaced. That was the worst Everton team. But Sam Allardyce, looking at this, I mean, he did a great job. Done a stunning job.
Yeah. Gareth Clark says the last time we had a good midfield is when we had Kyle and Arteta. Can't disagree with that. And you know what? Them two players can probably get in this team now, honestly, without a doubt.
I'd go to Arsenal right now and offer him a deal. And that's that. Everton 3. Everton 3. Fucking hell. Everton 0. Wolves 3. Match reaction stream is coming up right now, and it is going to be explosive, just to pre-warn you all. Thank you ever so much for tuning into this live stream. I'm sorry I sound a little bit downbeat. I'm about to pop my fucking clogs. And I'll see you all in a minute for the match reaction stream, hopefully.
Any children watching, I suggest you take them off the room.
Yeah. Right, see you in a minute.
An inspiration for Wolves who beaten Everton here